We are joining for a mythopoetic life, and today, September 15th, this mid-month opportunity, we find ourselves held in the energy of the coming equinox. And there's something so profound about slipping into a season and starting to step through a threshold. This poem that I'm going to read today is our inspiration from David White. Everything is waiting for you. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, as if life were a progressive and cunning crime, with no witness to the tiny hidden transgressions. To feel abandoned is to deny the intimacy of your surroundings. Surely even you at times have felt the great array, the swelling presence in the chorus, crowding out your solo voice. You must note the way the soap dish enables you, or the window latch grants you freedom. Alertness is the hidden discipline of familiarity. The stairs are your mentor of things to come, and the doors have always been there to frighten you and to invite you. The tiny speaker in the phone is your dream ladder to divinity. Put down the weight of your aloneness and ease into the conversation. The kettle is singing even as it pours you a drink. The cooking pots have left their arrogant aloofness and seen the good in you at last. All the birds and creatures of the world are unutterably themselves. Everything is waiting for you. This poem, this sense, this invitation, this calling offers a great deal of very specific energy at this particular time in our lives. I'm sure there are specific things you can really relate to in this poem. But even in the sense of surrounding that I have evoked and created with this background today, I want you to think about as above, so below, as within, so without, to recognize that there is an implicit belonging that is available to you all of the time. And that in that self-sourcing, we create our own magic, regardless of circumstance. This date, this moment, this threshold at the equinox is when I open the quest path. And this is such a particular opportunity to invite you in, that everything is waiting for you as you embark on a personal quest. That we as individuals can source our own magic, but we need one another. So there's an invitation at this threshold to consider where you feel bereft or left, or feel just in the need to add something into your life that becomes part of the source, part of the energy, part of the light. In fact, this year's quest, we are working with the woodlands and we are working with finding light. We are embarking on a journey holding the chalice and the candle and stepping onto the path to develop and determine our quest. In that invitational space where everything is waiting for you, and you step onto the path. You step onto the path as a quest sister, as part of a collective community of women who gather every year in the quest. This is our 16th year questing together. Some people come again and again, some people come brand new every year. It is such a powerful place to explore your stories. Your great mistake is to act the drama as if you were alone, but we feel alone often in our lives, in our four walls, isolated, or wondering what's next. Maybe feeling a little bit like lackluster or that there's not enough light in our life. We can feel the encroaching darkness of the world. We can feel the tremendous pull of things coming undone. Where do we weave ourselves back together? Where do we redefine our lives? This year in the quest, when we think about everything is waiting for you, it's the alignment with rising light in our lives, how we determine direction. We're going to work with the sacred tree and our rooted nature, and we're going to rise. We're going to work in the sacred grove with the Ogham wheel, which is the sacred tree language of the ancient Celts. We always have a theme that runs along the edges of psychospiritual, Celtic spirituality, and uh, European mythos that seems to be the underlying theme as we move through the wheel of the year, as we move through the equinox to meet our doorway. Our doorway is at the end of October. The quest begins every year at the end of October, and we step through the doorway of Samhain. Everything is waiting for you. We are called as women in midlife and our wisdom years to gather together and create conscious community. The collective energy is vastly important. The power of connecting, gathering, envisioning, imagining, developing, the active generative energy of art as process is palpable and powerful. We turn with the wheel of the year because we too recognize our own cycles of life. It's absolutely impossible for me to envision a year that I don't honor the sacred circle. But with that, with the seasons, not just 4 seasons, but the 8 seasons of the Celtic wheel, where we offer time to really get immersed in the energies, the mythic energies, the nature energies of the wheel of the year. And we work with principles and properties and symbols and energies that enliven. This is part of our finding light, that we learn the light language that resides within us, and we use it in an everyday kind of way. So the imaginal, the mythopoetic, the energy of how we can meet each moment, not feeling crowded out or alone, but walking with others in the journey and developing a stronger sense of the journey. So everything is waiting for you. And although you may feel overwhelmed by things um, or feel abandoned, the intimacy of your surroundings is where we start to utilize the image as the doorway, the engagement of the creative as the dream as the vision as the energy as the alchemy. As above, so below, as within, so without. Let the light find you. come to the quest where everything is waiting for you, where we are waiting for you, and where you are likely to be called. This is doorway. It's gonna be, I think it's a 9 or a 10-day doorway where I'm opening up a special equinox savings. So it's the perfect time to come in, save a little extra. You already get like 40% off. It's an amazing program. I want everybody to have access, and so you can join with a very simple monthly payment plan. And let this poem live down to your bones. Let this poem speak to you of what matters most. Let yourself choose to believe and step into the journey where everything is waiting for you. And I also want to say that this is the primary way that I also create change, become the agent of change, exercise transformational change in myself, and that we cross pollinate and connect with one another to develop and energize a life, your life, where everything is waiting for you. The kettle is singing. Even as it pours you a drink, let yourself be called and think. Like all the birds and the creatures of the world who are unutterably themselves, you too are invited to be unique and redefined in a moment, to bring your precious life energy back to the light, to walk in the woods, to develop the sense of the expansive map that quest path always brings. And so, this is my gift. Everything is waiting for you. Read the poem below, check into the quest, feel yourself called, and if you are, just come on in and claim one of the bonuses and some of the gifts that I'm giving away for this 9 days before we move through that equinox.